Hi there guys, what's going on? My name is Ep.1. Welcome to my Let's Play of Valheim. Now in this episode I must apologise, the audio is a little bit broken. There will be no game sound, but I will make sure that I leave some music on so that you at least have something to listen to along with my beautiful voice throughout. In the following episodes that will be fixed, and I will make sure that it is all good. So in this episode we're going to be dropping in and we're going to be starting out in Valheim, making sure that we get a good foundation. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, and here we are. We have arrived on Midgard. And let's speak with Hugin. Welcome to the 10th World War. I'm Hugin, sent here to guide you in your travels. The megaliths surrounding you are the sacrificial stones. They represent the Forsaken, which you must slay in order to ascend to Valhalla. Lovely. Okay, so since the last time I played this, there's been no update to the bosses. It's still just 5. I'll bring tidings. The stone. This stone is a Vegvisir. These magical stones were all scattered throughout the lands by Odin as signposts pointing towards the ritual ground of the Forsaken. If inspected closer, this one will reveal the summoning place of Ixir, your first prey. He is a mighty beast, so you need to probably arm yourself before even attempting to defeat him. Aha! Ixir. Okay, and as with every survival game, we must start a new journey. Although I must say, what a spawn location we have here. This is the best random seed I've ever had. So the last time I played this was before the Hearth and Home update, so I didn't have the new a tasty morsel. Oh, thank you very much for reminding me that I've just eaten. It's not as if that's something I'm completely aware of. Okay, whatever. I'm going to ignore the bird from now on. The one thing I do like about this game is the combat system is actually very well thought out for a survival game. Usually a combat system in a survival game is very much an afterthought, you know? But in this one, no. They took a lot of time and paid a lot of attention to making sure it was good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Firstly, I'm going to build something to club this guy to death. I mean, club this guy to no longer being a pest. Just gonna bonk him on the dome so that he stops annoying me. There we go. Stop annoying me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around, collect up some resources, see if I can turn on auto pickup because I need it. And then we will start looking to set up some sort of area for us, and we will get rocking and rolling with our new adventure. So I'll see you in just a minute, guys. Okay guys, welcome back. We are actually now on to day 2. As you will see in just a moment, we have managed to get a little rudimentary setup going just for the time being. Just somewhere literally to lay my head for that first night. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to develop a little sort of area here. Now we obviously can't build too close to the sacrificial stones there, so we're going to try and get around that. Obviously this is quite literally a starter house. This is just to keep us going for the time being, so it's not going to be anything special or amazing. It is just going to be what it is. Okay, so can I lock to the floor there? I wonder if I can sit down and get it underneath. I mean, it's well enough supported. I just like the look of having the support. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go collect as much wood as I can. Probably going to end up having to sleep between now and finishing up the building, so I'll have to put the bed back in and stuff like that. But then I'm going to just build a couple log piles so that I can just keep collecting resources, and then once we've got a bunch, we will get building. So I will see you in a couple of minutes, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and collect some resources. Okay, so we took a bit of a detour. I actually ripped down the little house I was building because I realised that in order to make any real progress, we need to up our food game. You know, mushrooms and strawberries, they have very low health and stamina values. Well, mainly health is what I'm worried about. So we've moved up. We've got some boar and neck meat now. So if we farm one of them each, and then we'll go with a raspberry to top it up. So now we have 88 total stamina, which means that for the rest of my resource gathering, it's going to be very good. So I'm going to get back to that now. Obviously, at the moment, I have a little bit of wood, a little bit of this and that here and there, but we are burning through tools. So I want to be able to start working towards getting an area built up to keep my workbench in, so that I don't have to worry about tools breaking, because I can just repair them instead of building new ones, because, you know, that would be brilliant. Just gonna deal with him. Now, if we stand in between these two, it's actually really brilliant. You can be cheeky and get the both of them going at once. Also, because of the way that the physics works in this game, it's a very good idea to chop down multiple trees at once and let them all just sort of bash and crash about, because it allows them to damage each other, which means that A, when a tree falls on another tree, it helps it to fall down easier, and B, it helps with the whole breaking the tree down as well. Yeah, because once it hits the ground, if it then gets hit by another tree that's around and about, it will help it to break. Right, so let's just keep going. I'm going to keep ploughing on, and I'm going to collect up a large amount of wood, as you can see, and I'm going to get back over to the base, or the area that we've got going on, and we'll get some construction underway. Okay guys, so I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Okay then guys, so what we've done now is we have I've set this up, but this is going to be going again. I've changed my mind. This is one thing you will notice throughout this playthrough, is I will change my mind a lot. It's just in my nature to decide and redecide, I must say. So what I managed to do is I managed to build a hoe and start leveling up a bit of this ground here. Obviously, this is sort of my border here with where it will stop letting me do. That's fine. Obviously, the only reason I'm keeping this area close here is because later down the game, we can just keep the area where our starter base is, but we're going to have a base somewhere else. This is not going to be our end game base. This is literally just to get started. So I'm only going to be putting a little bit more time into this. And then the reason that we keep a base here is because obviously we want to have access to these sacrificial stones. So when we eventually get access to teleportation through the, what you call them, the core things, we will then look to, you know, have a teleporter come back here to be able to access our powers. So yeah, so I'm just going to continue sort of landscaping this area out. The reason that I do that is because I'm fed up of the base being sort of like misshapen or whatever. So yeah, I'm just sort of going around leveling it off to start with. If there's areas I need to raise, I'll consider that, but realistically I want to do it all without having to spend stone, because stone is not an easy to come by what's the word I'm looking for? Resource. Especially at this early of a stage in the game. Obviously we don't have access to a pickaxe, so I can't break down any stone. The only stone that I can get is from stone that you can find on the floor. So yeah, so there we go. We've got quite a nice large area here, and I'm thinking if we sort of start building out a base, this might look quite nice, and then we can always have access to the water as well when we eventually look to make a boat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue chopping down some wood, get some more sort of plans in place, and then we will start building, guys. Okay, so I will see you, well, it'll be just a minute or so, well, it'll be a second for you but for me it's going to be quite some time, so I'm going to go through all of the wood that I've already chopped down, and I'm going to take out some more of the surrounding trees here as well. So I will see you soon. Okay then guys, welcome back. As I said, for you it's been like a second, maybe not even. For me it's been quite some time. As you can see, I'm currently standing on 6 log piles, which is 50 logs per pile, so that's 300 logs that I've collected. So let's get to some building, and then if we need more we can always go collect more, but for now we're going to start building. Right, so I'm going to deconstruct one of these log piles so that we have some in our inventory, and let's go. So I want to position this probably this way. That. I'm gonna have to move my crafting bench. Let's just repair everything before we do. Okay, everything's prepared. Good. Move the crafting bench. Oh, there we go. Let's just move it over here just so that it's closer to where we're trying to build. That way we have a less restricted area. Okay, right. Just get some more foundations laid down. I mean, I've been meaning to put those every single time like that. So there we go. Right, have we got ground level strength on all of those? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So if you didn't know, within the building physics of this game, if you have something connected to the floor, it gains foundation level stability, which is when you look at it you can see it's blue. So if I zoom in a bit, so see how this one's green, that means it's healthy stability. Blue means foundation level stability. The more foundation level stability pieces you can have, the better, because it means that your building will be stronger. So yeah, so you always want to make sure when you're doing this sort of thing, see that one is actually not connected to the ground. Somehow though, it still has foundation level stability. I don't know, but there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going with an even number. That's what I want to do. Also, what you can do, if you're struggling to, like I am now, clip it to the bottom of something like this, what you can do is you can sit by pressing X, and it brings your camera down. That way you can connect underneath like that. Another neat little trick, if we delete this one and we put the connected one at the top, we should be able to clip it underneath, I believe. No. Okay, so what we're going to do again, we're going to use our little trick, sit, and then we will, still can't see underneath the bummer, so we sit, like so, it brings the camera down, and then we connect underneath like that. There we go. Right, that's a little bit of a clipping technique for you, just so you can get your support beams nice and underneath your buildings. Okay, and then we're going to build this up one row at a time, just so that we can make sure that we have these little supports the entire way through, because the more structural ability the more structural integrity we include in our build at the very start now, the better off we will be later. Right, we're out of wood, so we just come over, knock down a wood pile, grab 50 wood, and get back to it. Okay, so I'm going to continue laying out this floor like so, get all of the base structure done, and then I'll come back to you when we start putting in the walls. Okay then guys, so we've got the floor all built in now. As you can see, we've got a nice 5x5 area. We've got a support on every join in these beams, so this is a nice firm structure to build on. Now I'm building in some start of the walls here. I want this to be a double. So these obviously are the 2-meter poles. I want it to be two 2-meter poles high. And then I want the wooden half walls at the top here as well. The idea here is we're just building in like a little sort of, almost like a bay window but on the corner. And then we're going to put some proper walls in around the rest here on this side. Oh, we're getting hungry again, so I'm just going to whack in some food. And we are running out of food at the moment as well, so we will need to go hunting and foraging in a bit, but there we go. Right, so to start with, we've got this sort of structure going on. It's quite nice. Now I want to have an entranceway here. What I'm actually going to do is clip some stairs into there, like that, and then, yep, that's good. And then we want a nice little wooden 45 just to make it so we've got a little, so it looks a bit nicer, you know, we've got the sort of the fields going on there. We're also going to clip some wood into here, and obviously we're still going to be aiming for the, hang on, my character cannot jump that well, right. Missing requirement of wood. Wow, I went through all that effort to jump and it still couldn't build it. Okay, so the one thing I am going to have to take out is that beam just there, because otherwise you get issues when you try and walk up the stairs. And there we go. We want another one of these and another one of these. And then that way what we do is put the 26-degree angle beams there with 26-degree angle roofing. Boom, nice little porch sort of thing. Just because we can. Okay, so we're going to bring a wall in here, and then we want a half wall, top and bottom, to act like a window, and we can even do there, if I can remember how to clip it in properly. There we go. Right. So it's not an actual open window as such. Although actually, now I think about it, it would have been better to use 2 of this one. There we go. Right. So do the same on the other side. We go half and half, full and full, and then these bad boys, just because they look cool. We need a door, which fits nicely in there, and then we're just going to go with a bit of wall there. There we go. So that's the entranceway built up. I think that looks quite acceptable. And what we're also going to do is, because I don't like the ending of the roof, I'm going to do that. There we go. I know it's looking quite homely, as in like a proper house. But, I mean, that's kind of the idea. I like trying to build a sort of modern home in Valheim, just because I think it looks cool. Oh, we can sleep already. That's great. What I'm going to do is, because I'm running out of wood, I'm going to go around and collect some more wood throughout the rest of this following day. Okay, guys. So here we are. We are closing in on finishing this first build. As you can see, like I said, I've gone for a bit of a sort of modern house kind of vibe. The problem I've currently got is I can't finish my chimney because I need to do it from the outside. So I need to find a way to get up there, which is going to be ladders basically. As you'll be able to see in just a moment when my wood cutting level is high. Not like end game sort of high, but it's pretty up there. I'm pretty sure it's like gone past level 20 at least. Are we ready? You watch, it won't happen, and I'm gonna have to go and find it in the skills page or whatever you call it. It's funny because to start with, it was like bing, 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 bing. It just kept going up and up and up and up and up. Let's have a look. Can we see it here? Skills, wood cutting, 27. Damn. So yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that was going to stick through the wall. That's annoying. I might be able to fix that though. Okay, so what I've had to do, because obviously when you build a chimney, the water can still get in when it rains. So I kind of just, you know, built a 45-degree roof inside of the chimney to stop the water getting in. Because, yeah, it works, so why wouldn't you? We do that. I guess we only need the one 45-degree roof, so it's okay. Yeah. We need the single wall here. I'm so glad they introduced this little wall like this. Oh. The game has been changed. I don't just mean as in the game itself, I mean the game as in, like... Oh, wow, that was a fall. I mean, like, that's a game changer of a thing, you know? Oh, stop falling, you numpty. We may have our first unalive if I can't stop playing like a fool. I don't intend on unaliving once if I can help it. But you never know. Oh, hey, let's go inside and I'll give you a quick tour. So obviously, like I say, we've got this nice little mini porch thing as you come in. Then as you come in, you've got the crafting station immediately on the right. We've got a little cooking area with an open fire pit vibe. I might put a little bit of storage back here maybe, just to utilize this space. The reason I put this wall here is because this staircase is not the most conveniently placed. You know, when you walk in, you kind of, it feels instinctive to go here, but obviously you can't without jumping. Without this wall here, I was jumping straight past. Obviously when you're in the building, you can just sort of go up here. I could always block this bit in and make it so you have to go this way. I don't know yet. But obviously then you come up around this way and you've got the upper floor. The roof support's about to go all the way up because otherwise it didn't reach. And there we go. Okay, so now we have a roof over the whole thing. We've got our bed up here. We still get the fire buff because obviously we're next to the chimney here, so the bed works perfectly. At this stage we don't have obviously anything to do any sort of decoration with, but what we can go ahead and do is just pop some chests down to get some basic storage underway. We obviously want to make sure that we're not just carrying around a full inventory with us all the time. Okay, there we go. So now we can just hold control. When you hold control and then click, it will automatically place the item that you're clicking on into the adjacent inventory, that being the chest. Just a little tip for you there, guys. See what I mean? Like there, like I came down the stairs, it felt natural to try and run this way, especially when this was open. So that's why I closed it, so it acts like a bit of a reminder that you can't do that. Yeah, there's a lot of sort of low ceilings, which kind of forces your camera to clip, but it is what it is. And that is the start of our first house build, guys. So thank you very much for tuning into this video. If you have enjoyed, I would appreciate you smashing that thumbs up button, and why not take the time to subscribe whilst you are here. It doesn't cost you a thing, but it helps me out immensely, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Peace out.